This board doesn't support PS2. Well, welcome back to another episode of AFAF Tech. I'm Aaron, and I'm going to continue to be Aaron for probably another 30 to 40 years. Maybe longer. I just consider it, I'm a third done. I got to do this 2 more times in my life. A few weeks ago, I helped Adam rebuild his PC. And in this video here, we upgraded him from an i7 4790 to the new, moderately better i3 8350. It was pretty cool. It's a very good CPU. It actually outperforms the i7 3770K. As kind of a consolation payment, if you will, he gave me these 3 RGB Raidmax fans. The cat is now scratching. I'm waiting for the cat to stop scratching. They come with this little remote, so you can actually change all your different settings, colors, modes, all that kind of stuff. You guys probably know about RGB by now. I don't have any use for RGB in the Shambler. It has one RGB element in it on the GTX 1080, the Gigabyte model, and a G1 Gaming. You can change the logo. I just turned it to red. The sound card is red, so make those make a match. They match the Noctua fans. That's my theme. It's Noctua. Cooler Master and Noctua Gigabyte. 3 of my favorite things. So now that I have these fans, there's only one thing I can think of using them for, and that's this. I'm going to put them into Chumpkins. My sister's build from a few years ago has a i5 3570K, has the Gigabyte, it's got the GTX 970, it's also a G1 Gaming. It's pretty cool, runs everything she needs, but it only has like one RGB fan in it, or one, actually not even RGB, it just has one fan that has any sort of color. Well, with these nice clear side panels, I think these would be a good addition. So that's what we're going to do today. And I have a confession. I'm going to put my i7 3770K into this computer because she makes more YouTube videos than I do. She's constantly rendering. I think she could use the horsepower. Alright, let's get going. Let's crack this bad boy open and see what we got. No, there are no Viper RAM sticks in this computer either. That's just there. Okay, open this up. So this case has 3 sides to it that you have to unscrew to open. 2 on the side, or 2 on the top, 2 on one side, 2 on the other side. And then the whole front tilts forward. We'll also do a little bit of a cleaning on this. A little bit of a spring cleaning. There's one screw here and one screw matching it on the other side. We gotta take those out. The whole front goes forward so you can access the internal. So we got our little tiny Cooler Master, I think it's like the TX3, something like that. It was only maybe about $20 when I bought it. It works pretty good. Surprisingly, it keeps the 3570K nice and cool. We're not going to use this. I have another cooler. So first, we'll do what I said we were going to do. We're going to, take this fan, and this fan out. Fairly simple procedure. Unplug them. This is a really nice fan. Actually, it was the first Noctua fan I ever bought. One of these days, I'm going to get her some new RAM. I was going to put that Corsair Vengeance in here, but this board, being essentially stock, just Intel board, would not support the amount of the actual DIMMs on the actual stick. They didn't support how many it had, because like these, they're all double-sided. I'm pretty sure those Vengeance were single-sided, and it wouldn't accept it, so I was dumb. Oh yeah, bud. There's your problem right there. Alright, so we got our two RGB fans, front and back, right? Well, we need one for the top, and I have one. But if I'm going to be switching to the i7 3770K, we're going to need some better cooling than this. So, give me about 5 minutes. Whew. This is Big Pink. It has a all-in-one liquid cooler in it. But it's only cooling an i5 3450. Doesn't need it. It's not even a K, so can't overclock it, nothing like that. But I'm gonna need it for this PC. So let's take it out and put in that other cooler, and it's gonna be dope. Just like that. Since I gave Mike the GTX 970, got the 780 in here right now. I mean, this PC really doesn't get as much use as it used to, so it kind of doesn't matter. It's mostly just in here to watch YouTube. There's our rad. Because I had wired them up NT-H1. Give a little glob right in the middle. This CPU does not need that much, so I think I don't care which way the logo goes. Just like that. They're all locked. Alright, that one's back in place. Works perfectly good. I'm drinking a Bang, of course. Now let's get down to the cool part. Obviously I'm going to have to shut my computer down to do this, but we still got phone audio. Probably be a montage anyways. Be back in a minute. We'll deal with the cleaning of that in a minute. For right now, there's only one thing we're doing. Remove CPU. First we're gonna get this guy. Band and all that stuff. There we go. And unlock it. i5 3770K. Once you've installed an octal cooler, you have to remove these brackets, or at least loosen them. It's kind of annoying, but then I gotta loosen this one. It's really dumb. Now you'll notice there is a bit of corrosion on the surface. I did in fact put a droplet of Cryonaut on there just to see what happened. For whatever reason it left a little bit of corrosion on there. Doesn't seem to affect anything, so that's cool. But yeah, as a word of caution, we match up our notches, plop it in, lock it down, and voila. 3570K. Clean that off. First, I'm going to fix this. I'm going to make sure that these things don't strip on me. So all I'm going to do is take some of this, put a tiny little drop right in there, just enough to hold it. Because as you tighten these down, they tend to spin because of the cheap plastic they use, and it's slightly annoying. There, fixed. So now I'm going to add my Noctua. So I'm going to go pump first, and then rad. I'm going to stick the pump where the pump goes. Generally the pump goes onto the CPU, but you can actually place it wherever you would like. Okay, now without pushing our bracket back through, I'm going to lightly thread a few of these. Now normally this cooler isn't enough for the i7. Well, at least the 3770K when it's overclocked. But we're not going to overclock it. We can't overclock it on this board.
What you doing?
I'm making this video.
Okay. I was wondering if I can just be in the video for a little bit.
Oh, I'm getting pretty close to being done.
Alrighty.
Just right now, I'm just putting this cooler in there so it's kind Okay. She has no idea what I'm doing. We're gonna put our cooler. Let's go this way. So I'm gonna have it like I had the other one. I'm gonna use these little screws to attach it to the top. Right like that. Alright, so radiator is in place. And our fan, long screws. We're hitting our cooler on our fan. That is tragically inconvenient. So that means I have to rotate my cooler, which, son of a bitch. I turned the radiator. Now we can stick the fan on. Everything's in place. We just gotta hook up the fans, hook the pump to the board, and then button it up and fire it up on the screen. Go into the BIOS and see what we got. Let's do it. Go right to CPU. Now we can't use this cord anymore because we don't have any fans that support pumping, plugging into the pump. It's all these three guys here. We don't need this anymore either. Now I take our harness here. I'm not really worried about cable management on this. So these aren't PWM or anything. We have our old-fashioned Molex. We're going to plug the old-fashioned Molex into the Molex. This is the hardest part because I have to make sure that none of this stuff collides. So I'll save these for something else. Maybe the C70 later video. The C70 is coming. Good old PS2 keyboard plug. Never leave home without it. This board doesn't support PS2. We don't need that. Let's just take it out and plug it in. Alright, well, there you have it. Free fans, an i7 3770K. My sister's rig, so as she renders, she'll get that little boost in rendering speed. Plus, all of her games are going to run a lot better. She plays Skyrim, and she does play Oblivion. She's been playing The Isle, Saurian, Beast of Bermuda. I think she has that. She'll be playing Fable, Game Capture, and all that. Having all those more cores, that's going to help. So, I think she could utilize that CPU better than I can. Plus, I'm just going to overclock the snot out of the 3570K. It's one of my favorite CPUs, so I know I'll lose a little bit of performance, but I don't game as much, just the video rendering, and I think I'm just going to do 1080 from now, so I think that's it for this video. So, do a like and subscribe and hit the bell, and leave comments down below in the comment section. And I do have a Patreon now, because I want to build the most powerful folding at home rig known to man. Don't know how I'm going to do it. I just want to do it. And that's literally all it's going to be used for. Just folding at home, whether there's, one GPU or 4 GPUs, which would be nice. Like the i9 in there or something, or the newest Threadripper. Something like that. I think would be really, really cool. It doesn't need a ton of RAM, so that's, that doesn't matter as much. But that's my goal. So if you feel it in your heart to get rid of cancer, because I do, because I've had so many family members pass from it. But anyways, that's my goal. The most powerful folding rig or folding farm. I'll take the power build. I don't care. Yeah, and then more videos of doing random stuff. So I'd like to do a series of testing all of the different GPUs with folding at home to let people know what they can and can't expect from CPUs and GPUs alike. So thanks for watching.